In this podcast, I'm going to talk about the execution of your asset strategy. It will include my top 10 challenges that you may need to overcome. Execution is an odd word. On the one hand, it means the carrying out of a plan or course of action. But on the other, it also means the carrying out of a death sentence. Now, when asset managers talk about executing a strategy, of course, they usually mean the former, putting the idea into action. But those efforts all too often end up meaning the latter. Execution is often where the asset strategy goes to die. In conversation after conversation, the execution of a carefully developed asset strategy comes in as a key problem that evades many local authority asset managers that I talk with. Many acknowledge that they can't seem to get it quite right. It's one thing to design an asset strategy and quite another to get it operating at all levels of the organisation. As the Japanese proverb goes, vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare. You have what you think is a solid strategy, and maybe the strategic property board, the cabinet, and your leadership team are all aligned around it. You and your team have already reorganised the structure, new teams, revised roles, redesigned policies and processes, all to support your new strategy. Perhaps you've even introduced a corporate landlord model to support the implementation of the strategy. So really, having done all that, what's left to worry about? Well, as it happens, there are a number of challenges that face both asset managers and organisations that are attempting to implement an asset strategy. If the execution of your asset strategy is faltering, then you might find that one or more of my top 10 challenges is a cause. Any one of them could prevent the execution of your asset strategy.